Hello Libra, today I'm going to be doing a love reading for your sign. So if you watch my channel consistently, this one's a little different than the ones that I normally do, but same messages and things like that. So first card that I'm going to pull is, I'm not going to take that because I wasn't asked yet. First card that I'm going to pull is how this person that you're thinking of or dealing with feels about this situation between you guys. So, the person that you're dealing with feels like this situation is perhaps not in their best interest. They feel like this situation kind of decayed, and they could feel like this situation is toxic for them. They could feel like this situation brought them into some kind of mess, into some kind of drama perhaps, if there was drama within the situation. Person that you're dealing with feels like they could have a lot of negativity towards the situation or negative thoughts about the situation and within you guys. So they feel like the situation just is not in a good place generally. They're not happy with where things are at. So how you feel about this situation, you feel stuck, you feel like you don't really know where to go with this situation. Within the situation, you don't really know what moves to take within the situation. You don't know, you feel, again, you're feeling stuck, and you could have felt somewhat betrayed in this situation, but you feel like you're closed off in this situation, and you're kind of struggling to make, you could be feeling closed off towards the situation is what I mean, but you could be struggling to make a decision about this situation as well, or like what, not necessarily about the situation, but about what you should do in this situation. So you could be going through also, this situation could have brought upon some transformation for you. So like how this butterfly is in the cocoon, you could still be kind of like going over what happened about this situation, or you could just be really in your head about this, but you're going through some sort of transformation in the meantime. So that could be why you're feeling stagnant and stuck in the situation, not knowing what to do, because you're going through some kind of changes and some kind of transformation. So you're not sure what direction, because you're not sure what direction to go with this, because you haven't seen through to the other side of this transformative phase that you're in. Yeah, so, and it's also like you feel like you're stuck, and you feel like you can't do anything about the situation. Like you feel powerless in this situation. You could feel like the victim in this situation. Feel like you have no power over what's going to happen, so you don't know what to do. But it's really, what this card says, like, it's really just a making from your own mind. Like you could do something about this situation. You do have power in this situation, but you're just convincing yourself that you don't. Or you're convincing yourself that you had fallen victim to this situation. There's nothing, like you didn't have an input in this situation, if that makes sense. Like you feel like there's nothing you could do, and it was out of your control, but this card just expresses the fact that that's in your head, and that if you want to move forward in this situation, which once you're done with your transformation, of course you don't want to move forward with anything until you're in the place that you should be to move forward with something, to make decisions about things. But yeah, it's also like when you're ready to move forward, when you're ready to leave this situation, either way, you can. There's nothing physically that's stopping you, except for your own mind, if that makes sense. So yes, it looks like you could be very in your head about this situation. And yeah, just again, feeling powerless. So the current energies of the situation is that there is a lack of, what I see is there is a lack of insight from both of you in this situation, or there's a lack of information about what's going on between you two that hasn't been expressed or isn't out in the open. So someone could have not used their intuition about this situation, and that led them into a place of, and that's how the situation got to where it's at, or again, there's just someone doesn't have the insight that they need in the situation, or both of you guys don't have the insight or knowledge in the situation that you feel like you should have. There's just some lack of insight about this. So the blockages that could be happening within this relationship, or what's blocking this relationship from happening. Maybe it's just, so there's a few options here that I see. This relationship didn't grow emotionally how it should have. If you guys didn't express your emotions how you should have, or if you just didn't grow emotionally in the way that you should have, like it came to a place of someone's feelings were being left out, or someone just hasn't reached a place of emotional maturity that they should have, or that they need to work in this situation. So yeah, or again, there was just a lack of growth between you emotionally. Someone's emotion, maybe on the other end or on your end, you just didn't have, someone just didn't have you, or this person didn't have a growth in feelings, you know? Like, maybe they liked you a little, or maybe you liked them a little, but it just didn't keep growing. So that's all for some of you. And then also what I see for some people is, like, you didn't know each other for long enough for things to grow emotionally. So you could have felt like you've known this person for a long time. Like, you could have felt like you've known each other for a long time, but you didn't, so you didn't know how to handle each other emotionally. Or you don't presently know, like, how to deal with this person emotionally. They don't know how to deal with you emotionally. They don't know how to communicate their emotions to you, or you to them. And so there's just some kind of lack of emotional communication, or lack of emotional maturity, growth in emotions, that block this situation from reaching its potential, or that is presently a blockage in the situation that perhaps you guys could get over. So the communication in this situation, what I see here is you guys could have had some conversation about a beginning that you wanted to happen with this situation, or there was just a lack of effort there's a lack of effort in communication. So there was some kind of beginning or growth that you guys were supposed to have in this situation, or some effort that was supposed to be put into this situation that just didn't come through how it should have, or wasn't received how it should have. And you guys could have communicated about your potential with each other, or that's something that you or this person wanted to express to the other person, is the potential for growth in this situation, but there was some kind of lack there. Like, either someone didn't express that, or it wasn't communicated the way it should have been. And it could also be that you guys communicated something about, or communicated, or someone wanted to communicate this, that you or this person needs to have growth in their finances right now, needs to focus on their finances. This could be both of you, or this could just be for a specific group of people, but it could be that this person just needs to figure out their finances, have some growth. And so they could have communicated with you, like, look, I'm just going to work on my finances right now, I need to focus on that. Or they feel like there's lack of growth in their finances. So yeah, that could be somehow involved, that could be having some play in your communication with each other. Finances, a lack of finances. So now I'm going to pull a card for if you guys aren't communicating with this person, why that could be. Just generally, if you are in communication, I'm going to pull a card for that specific group of people. So if you aren't in communication, it could be because I think this person has something to say to you. You could have something to say to this person, or both of you guys have something to say to each other, but there was some sort of truth that needed to be expressed in the situation that wasn't. So, someone definitely sees you as like standing out above the rest. If you aren't communicating, they definitely see you as someone special to them, but maybe they didn't express that to you, or maybe you see this person as someone that's very special to you, but you didn't express that, so it kind of like hindered the communication and you guys kind of stopped communicating because someone didn't know the truth about this situation. They weren't sure what the truth was in this situation from your end or theirs. Maybe you weren't sure how this person was feeling, or they didn't express to you how they were feeling. You felt like maybe they don't feel the same towards you or something like that, or they felt like that, so the communication kind of fell off from what I'm seeing because of some doubts. There's definitely a lot of passion here, but someone doubted this passion in some sense. Maybe not the sense that they doubted that they felt it, but they doubted maybe how this passion would turn out, or they doubted that they actually were aware of the truth in this situation. Either that, or someone hid some sort of truth about the situation. Someone hid their passion, and that stopped communication between you. So yeah, basically, there's something in the shadows that wasn't revealed in this situation, in this connection, and that's what stopped you guys from communicating, from continuing to communicate. But it looks like both of you have something to say to each other, or one person very strongly has something to say to the other person. So, I'm going to pull a card for how this person sees you. So this person sees you as someone who hasn't reached their potential, or they see you as someone who, they feel like there was no growth from you in this situation. So if you are consistently talking to them one way, or if you are consistently talking to them one way, they feel like there's a lack of growth from you in some sense. That could be just they see a lack of personal growth from you, and they feel like you could be stable, but you just aren't stable towards them. You aren't stable, they feel like they can't see you as someone who is going to be long-lasting because you haven't grown in the ways that is necessary for them to have their partner grow. So that's kind of unfortunate. But they do see that potential in you, and it's like they want that growth from you. That makes sense. So they want you to grow, and they know that you can, but they just feel like there's an issue with the way things continued. You know, if that makes sense? They just have a little bit of an issue with, or the way things are going right now, they have an issue. They could feel like things are kind of going haywire and not the direction that they want things to go. So that's why they feel, that's why they see you as the Empress in reverse. They see that you have a lot of power within you. They see that you can be very stable, like I said. They see that you can, but it's just for some reason not in alignment with them, not working with them. It's just not how it should be for them. But they do see that potential, but it just looks like right now they're seeing you as someone who won't offer them something long-lasting, basically. So, how you see them? You see them as someone who feel like you feel like this person, there's no hope for this person. There's no hope for this situation. It could be like you feel like this person, if you guys are at a distance from each other, you feel like this person won't come to you. In this situation, either that or you feel like there's something that this person needs to leave that they haven't yet in order for this situation to work. You feel like this person needs to leave some stuff behind in order to be with you. So you guys both just see each other as like just not being where you should be, looks like, but so you either see this person as like there's no hope for this person or the situation, or if you do see the being hope in this situation, you think that this person needs to leave, or you see this person as needing to leave some stuff behind, and like they haven't yet. Like there's some stuff that they need to let go of that they haven't yet. You could feel like this person needs to let go of some stuff in the past, from their past, or like you just feel like this person hasn't reached their potential or their growth where they should have either, and you feel like they need to leave some stuff behind in order to do that, and you feel like they haven't. And this person is pretty much on the same page with how they see you, but this is more in terms of like growth and stability, you know? So, the potential energies for the future of this relationship situation is that, so I think in the future, if there was some betrayal in this situation, if the ties between you guys were severed, which is a weird thing, it looks like there will be some kind of mending of this situation. If this situation felt like a burden, in some sense, then it's going to come together in a way that it's more filling for both of you guys. Either that, or there was some issues in this situation, in this relationship, with self-sabotage, and it could be from one person's end or from the other person's end. Someone was self-sabotaging in this relationship, or someone was sabotaging, or you both were sabotaging this connection or this relationship situation, and it looks like in the future there's going to be an end to that sabotage from both of your ends, from one person's end. So it looks like there is potential for growth in this situation, and for this situation to become something that's more healthy because of someone or both of you guys not sabotaging things or yourselves in this situation. Or if it's just from your end or their end, like I said, there's going to be an end to that sabotage. If there is some kind of sabotage energies, maybe it could have been from an outside source as well. There could have been some sabotage, but that's ending. Or there's not going to be that sabotage anymore. And I think like there was some darkness in this situation, and like I said, how something wasn't put to light in this situation, and that could have been what sabotaged this, and that's going to change. Something is about to happen that will change all that. So that just potentially in the future, if you stop sabotaging, if this person stops sabotaging, if both of you stop sabotaging, there is potential for something more healthy in the future, is what I see. And it won't be as a burden to one or both of you because of that. So I'm going to pull a romance angel card for this situation for some advice. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So if you are in separation from this person that you are thinking about, that you are dealing with, it could be that, like how I said, like maybe you guys needed to separate in order to have some insights in order to have this growth that you both clearly see each other needing to have. So this separation could be for both of you guys to have that growth, or if within the situation there is a lack of growth between you guys are going to separate perhaps because of that, or there will be some emotional distance between you guys because of the lack of growth, or because of the need to end this sabotaging behavior. There will be separation because of that, maybe to learn these lessons, or maybe you guys are just going to have to part ways in general. Or yeah, again, if you're in separation with this person, just know it's for a good reason. And trust that. And don't be too worried, even though it's easier said than done. Don't be too worried about separation with this person, because what I'm getting from that is just like, sometimes it's necessary for people to separate, either because they're no good for each other, even though you might want something, it might not be good for you, and so things will pull you apart because of that. Or people need to separate to see, maybe you guys need to separate to see this truth in this situation and how it wasn't expressed, or how there was a lack of being truthful with each other. And only in separation can you understand those things. Only in separation can you get kind of a better understanding of this person that you're dealing with, and if it's right for you. And sorry, I ran out of space. So, maybe this separation will just be to provide some understanding, some truth, on how things should be, or whatever. So yeah, the message I got with that separation card, if you guys aren't in it, it's like the separation is for the highest good of both of the individuals of the relationship, or for the relationship to get to where it should be. Oh, I have my camera, I think. Okay, so I'm going to pull some Angels of Atlantis cards for you, and this could just be advice generally that you need in your life, or advice for this situation that could be helpful to you, that could help you with this situation. So, security. It could be that you feel, or this person feels, or there is a need for security in this situation. There is a need for you guys to be on the same page and to have a sense of security with each other. And it could be from your end or from this person's end. They feel like they're not secure about this situation. You feel like you're not secure in this situation. And there's just a need to provide that stability and that security to help this situation from both of your guys' ends, So yeah, someone in this situation just needs a sense of security about this. Or this situation could have brought to light some insecurities, and if you are in separation, it's to rebuild yourself and to understand why you were feeling this lack of security with yourself or with the situation. You know what I mean? Okay, so I have to hurry because it's about to die, but I'm going to read this for you. So, the angels wish to assure you that they unite you with their powerful benevolence. Zadkiel in particular overlights your journey with comfort at this time. If you are disconcerted, angelic elixir will surge through you. If you are fearful, you will hear whisperings about your connection with the source. If you are dis-ease, Zadkiel will comfort you with Mama from heaven. Chiefly, the angels will remind you that true security means self-cure, and so you will be returned to the well-being of the source. Additionally, the sacred symbol of the flower of life will drench your life in its wisdom, reminding you to reveal all to God as well as to the angels to take all challenge from you, as well as to ask the angels to take all challenges from you. Chant Ho to bring stability into your emotional center. So if you are going through this transformation, you could feel a lack of security in your life right now, or security within yourself. And so that was just a message that it will come to you, and maybe to seek that security and that stability, and ponder what you can do to bring that security to yourself, or that it will just come to you in general if you're feeling a lack of that. So thank you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you enjoy your day or night.